Russian armoured vehicles heading towards Ukraine positions, firing as they go, but also being engaged. These are some of the latest pictures from the front line in Kursk, the Russian region invaded by Ukraine in the summer. Soldiers who gave Sky News this material say they're facing more and more of these attacks. For now, they are holding on, but it is non-stop. In the skies as well, it's relentless. Russian drones and missiles tracked and shot at by air defence teams every night, with varying levels of success. Long-range missiles would allow Ukraine to attack the places where these missiles come from. Ukrainian politicians like Lysia Vasilenko applaud President Biden's decision, but say it should go further.
It's an almost historic decision. Having a permission to strike inside of all of Russia would really change things around for the people of Ukraine first and foremost, but also on the battlefield. However, as things stand now, we have only limited permission to strike.
Do you think it'll change?
We certainly will work towards it changing.
The Russian offensive is now augmented by 10,000 North Korean soldiers. It's at the root of President Biden's change of heart. Russia is furious, claiming it's an escalation of the war.
It is obvious that the outgoing administration in Washington intends to take steps, and they have been talking about this, to continue adding fuel to the fire and provoking further escalation of tensions of this conflict.
President Zelensky, visiting frontline troops in the east of the country, has not been drawn on the subject of the change in use for long-range weapons, only saying that missiles will do the talking.
Well, there's long been a feeling amongst the civilian population as well as the military that Western countries, and in particular the United States, have only ever given them enough weapons to hold the ground against Russia, not to take the fight to them. They believe that basically the West is scared of Russia. Well, they're hoping now with this new permission to fire long-range missiles, things may have changed.
Deadly missile strikes on Ukraine continue. A residential building in Odessa was struck in the afternoon. Emergency services say a number of people were killed or injured in the attack, both inside and outside the building. It comes after a wave of drone and missile attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure that has caused widespread power cuts, a Russian tactic throughout this war. In Kyiv's Maidan Square, flags commemorating the fallen flutter in the winter wind. 1,000 days since the Russian invasion began, civilians and soldiers alike are still dying. But Ukraine is still fighting. 1,000 days ago, few thought that was likely.